Okay, so now that we've established our first checkpoint, let's look at our first pass. Okay, and this is by far one of my most favorite passes, most used passes. Everyone should have this pass in their game. All right, that's the knee slice pass. Okay, there's several different variations and ways to use this pass, and this is definitely one of my favorites with this cross collar grip. Okay, so let's take a look. Once again, we neutralize the de la riva threats. We get in our seated posture. We grip the lapel. We bring the knee on the body, feet into the cross collar grip, and then we start hunting for the wrist. Now we've established our first checkpoint. Okay, so for sure you can see I'm in the position looking for this knee slice pass. Okay, this is my first go-to here. All right, it's likely that he's going to be trying to block or defend against this pass a little bit with this knee. Okay, he can feel that I want to go that way, and so he turns his knee against me a little more. All right, so while I'm here and I decide I'm ready to go for the pass, I'm going to do a bit of a different variation. Okay, instead of just trying to drive my knee against this, all right, I'm going to clear the path by sort of deflecting his leg out of my way here with my knee. Okay, so before I decide to go, I'm going to use my knee and I'm going to turn his leg down and away. Okay, so that'll clear up my space. Now, it's super important that as I go to do this pass, he stays flat. All right, what's the number one defense everyone does against the cross knee pass? Is they try to get that knee shield in front of us. And most people look at the knee shield itself as the problem. But the problem is that he was able to turn his shoulders and get onto his side. So I have to be very aware of keeping him flat as I go to cut my knee. All right. What's going to help me keep him flat is the grip we have on the collar. Okay. 4 fingers. All right. Inside the back of the collar. That gives us a lot of ability to drive our elbow and our forearm against his neck and keep his face turned the opposite direction of where I want to go. And that's going to help keep him flat. Okay. So I'm here and I got the wrist pin. You know, maybe I feel his knee resisting a little bit. All right. I start to turn his head now. Okay. This puts a lot of pressure and you know, extreme uncomfortableness for him on bottom here. Okay. He's getting twisted one way as he tries to fight me going the other way. All my weight is on him. All right. And now I can clear his leg and start to sit through for an easy pass. Okay. My wrist pin is going to turn into a sleeve grip. Okay. To make it simple, I just grip on the outside. Okay. The outside seam with my fingers and my thumb here. Okay. So I can turn this into a pulling grip. All right. Without too much difficulty. As I start to sit and slide my way through. Okay. Now I need to look at how I'm going to stabilize. All right. It is an option for me to keep the lapel grip, maybe go knee in the belly and keep looking for other positions. Okay. But if I want to just stabilize, I want to find my elbow sliding in between his ribs and his arm. Okay. So I don't give an underhook. Okay. A lot of times they're going to be, you know, trying to reach around you and get onto their side more behind me. Yes. And so as I turn him flat, I need my elbow to slide in that space to block his arm so I don't fall into an underhook. Okay. I don't want to just let go here and do this and land right in his underhook. So my elbow will slide down and through right into the, you know, armpit area. Okay. To block and make sure I don't give him an underhook. All right. In the very end, as I pull him up, see I'm leaning, making sure he's flat. I can slide this down. And from here, I can start to establish a normal side control. Okay. And now I want you to make sure that you don't slide all the way onto the mat. Okay. My butt stays a little bit off the floor and against his hip. All right. So let's look at that at a different angle. Again, neutralize, control, leg on the body, boom, kill the hand, start to turn the face, okay? Use our knees. See how I pass that leg down? Now, as I slide, I grip the sleeve. Look, like a pistol grip here. Start to bring my weight down, but I don't go all the way to the floor, okay? Taking all my weight off of him and putting myself in a bit of a vulnerable position to maybe lose my balance, okay? So I'm here. This is where I stop while I'm still sitting sort of on his body a little bit, okay? Pulling up his sleeve, making sure I'm keeping him flat, and then my elbow slides down inside his arm, and now I can look to take more of a normal side control. Let's look at the reverse. Here. Establish the checkpoint. Turn the face, okay? You probably want to be nice to your training partners when you're practicing, but don't develop a bad habit of never turning their face, okay? It's super important, all right? I feel the resistance. I deflect. I start to sit, pulling his sleeve up. Elbow slides down. And now I establish my side control, all right? Let's look at another option for the end and the stabilization, just in case they do get a little bit on their side, okay? The knee in the belly will be my secondary option for stabilization, all right? So I'm turning his head, clear. If it gets a little scrambly here and he starts to turn and move a little bit, I'm gonna go back to the wrist pin, okay? If he's on his side like this, and maybe I couldn't keep my elbow against him strong enough, I don't want to try to let go once again and go right into his underhook. So I'll use the wrist pin and my knuckles that's in the collar to lean onto the floor. And as he's turning to fight against this, I'll come up into the knee in the belly. Now my knee in the belly can help me flatten him. And of course, we have all the options to start to look for chokes and other, submissions, along with bettering our position, okay? I can mount, the knee in the belly scores me more points. And all the while, he's in a threat because I have my hand in the collar. So if they're a little bit on their side and you feel uncomfortable and letting go to side control, lean forward, okay? You see, I even bring his head forward as well with my forearm. I put my knuckles on the floor and my knee is gonna come towards his head and down his body, okay? I'm always looking here. I'm not gonna churn and then look for that knee in the belly and run into his knees, okay? So as I slide through, I stay looking this way. If I feel uneasy about going to side control, he's turning, lean forward, my knee comes up and down. Now I can put more weight on that, or maybe I decide to start looking for the submissions, or maybe even mount right after, okay? So that'll be your backup plan, just in case they turn and it's, a little somewhat scrambly right there to take the normal side control. You always have the knee on the belly option as well.